All this new road construction puts me in mind of the story of Uncle Doc and the Surveyors. Back when the TVA was building the dam that would create Lake Chateau, the main road from Hiawassee to Hayesville, North Carolina was Georgia 17, North Carolina 69. Back then it ran from what's now Cedar Cliff straight into Hayesville. It was a much shorter trip. But after the lake was being built, the road had to be moved. And now it runs from the bottom of Young Harris Mountain into Clay County. When I was young, there weren't a bunch of homes out that way, and we'd go swimming down where the old road still ran out into the lake. As they were planning the new route, of course the road was going to affect property owners. And property owners in Towns County in the late 1930s and early 1940s were a much different breed than the folks who moved in after the roads were paved and electricity came. These were real Appalachian settlers and their descendants. Land was everything. It was a man's livelihood. When the man came to speak to Uncle Doc, he found a reasonable, good-natured farmer, happy to help. Everyone knew the road had to move. So as they talked, Uncle Doc simply told the man, "Go up at the upper end and don't come straight through my field." Hands were shook and agreement was made. All was well until one morning Uncle Doc looked out his window and saw two men driving stakes for the new road right through the middle of his field. Uncle Doc grabbed his double-barreled shotgun and headed out to meet them. Uncle Doc, who spoke with a stutter, asked the men what they were doing. One man spoke up and said, "We're surveying for the new road." Uncle Doc said, "Nope, not here you're not, up there where we agreed." One of the men spoke up and said, "Old man, you don't sign our checks, and the man that does says it goes here." He made like he was about to drive another stake. Uncle Doc pulled back both hammers, raised that old double barrel, and said with a stutter, "By God, next man taps here will be tapping in hell."
Next goddamn somebody tap a stop here, go tap in hell.
And now you know the rest of the story. Next time you're on your way to Hayesville, down 17, think about old Uncle Doc and know this. The road you're on, it went around that field.
But hey, come back, hey, come around the foot of the hill up there.